Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I really hope you're all well. Welcome back to another video. So here's the thing, I came back from my YouTube break probably a little bit too late to do the whole most anticipated reads of 2020 kind of tags, or 2021 kind of tags, or like books I didn't like in 2020 kind of thing. I feel like February is probably a little bit too late to be uploading that kind of thing now, so I thought I'd do something different, which is basically 5 backlist books I can't wait to get to this year. Basically the same kind of thing, I guess, but just a little bit different. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I'm just gonna get straight into it. I have 5 books sat behind me. We're just gonna start talking about them. Okay, so the first book that I cannot wait to get to this year is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin, and I know little about this book. I bought this basically based on a lot of people's recommendations and saying it is a fantastic fantasy trilogy. I also bought it based upon the synopsis, which is, "This is the way the world ends for the last time." I mean, hello? What? And I've also found out this is actually written in second person, which I think would be quite interesting because I don't think I've written a book. I've definitely not written a book. Oh my god. I don't think I've read a book written in second person ever. I'm pretty sure I've never read one written in second person, so I'm quite excited to see how that is and to see if I have like a different reading experience with it being a second person novel. Anyway, either way, I'm really excited to read this. I've heard so many good things. My friend Jess has said it's brilliant. I've seen so many booktubers say they really like it, and I saw one girl that I follow on my main channel who's kind of like a fashion YouTuber. She got majorly into reading just before lockdown, and I think she'd never really read fantasy before, and she read the entire trilogy over, I want to say like Christmas 2019, and loved it. And that was kind of the final thing that was like, yeah, okay, I really need to buy this. This has been sat on my shelf for most of 2020, not because I didn't want to read it, but just because I kept reaching for everything else, and I don't know why. So this year it's happening and I'm actually really excited. I don't know when I'm going to read it. Obviously it's not in my February TBR, but like it's staring at me every single day. It's staring at me and I just want to read it so bad. So yeah, I'm very excited to get to this. So next up I have City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty, and again this has been on my TBR for forever. This has been on my TBR pile for forever. I've been so excited to read this for forever and I still haven't read it. This is a fantasy novel set in Cairo, which, I mean, hello, fascinating. I freaking love everything to do with Egypt, so I'm very excited to get stuck into it. I know, again, very little about it. This is kind of a trend with a lot of these books. I tend to buy books because I see a lot of people raving about them without necessarily reading or learning much about the plot. Also, not gonna lie, I definitely bought this because of the cover as well, because it's beautiful. But a lot of people say that this whole series just kind of like emotionally destroys them, and I'm ready for it. So yeah, I'm really excited to read it. This is kind of, I believe, an adult fantasy, so similar to The Fifth Season, it's adult rather than YA. And this has tales of jinn and spirits, cities hidden among the swirling sands of the desert, full of enchantment, desire and riches. Sounds incredible. We love that. We love it. I'm really excited for it. One of these days I'm going to be able to give you a better synopsis of a book before I've read it. I promise you. It's like a promise that I am making to you now at the start of 2021. By the end of this year, in my TBR videos and these kind of videos, we're going to know what we're talking about. We're actually going to know the synopsis for a book before I tell you. It's a promise. Okay? Okay. Cool. Awesome. Okay, so the next book is A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. This is the first book in the All Souls trilogy, and I mean, it says it right on the front of the book. It's also been made into a Sky production. I've not watched that yet. I'm determined to read the books before I watch the show, but everyone says the show is incredible. So this is a world of witches, demons and vampires. I mean, straight away, everything that I love. There is a forbidden love. I feel like the forbidden love is probably between like a witch and a vampire, but I'm not 100% certain. But anyway, this just, it sounds like everything I need. Like literally the blurb is, a world of witches, demons and vampires, a manuscript which holds the secrets of their past and the key to their future, Diana and Matthew, the forbidden love at the heart of it. It begins with absence and desire, it begins with blood and fear, it begins with the discovery of witches. Sounds incredible. I can't wait. I literally remember seeing this the first time in Tesco's, I think, when I would have been probably 21, and I used to go on my lunch break from work and I'd go to Tesco's to buy my sandwich, and I'd go and look in the book aisle for like 20 minutes and I'd see this and I'd pick it up and then I'd be like, no, you don't need any more books, you're being good, no. And I'd leave it, and then the next week I'd do the same thing, and there's literally been probably like 5, wait, I mean, how old am I? Okay, like 7 years of me doing that until I finally picked it up. So I mean, this is very, very long time coming. To be honest, I mostly picked it up because it had been finally made into a TV show, and although I don't tend to watch much TV, I think when a book finally gets made into a TV show and everyone raves about the TV show, it makes me want to read the book even more and then watch the show. So hi, this is what this is. Okay, cool. I'm so bad today at talking. I'm so bad at talking. The next book has been on my TBR again for quite some time, but this was actually bought for me by my friend Holly for Christmas, and this is The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. It's the second book in the Poppy War trilogy slash series. I don't know if it's going to be a series, but yeah, this is the second book. So obviously I'm not going to go too in depth, but the first one, like, was absolutely incredible, like so good. I believe it drew upon a lot of ancient Chinese history as well, which I found fascinating. It was very graphic. There was a lot of bloodshed, there was a lot of awful things that went on. There are about 1,000,001 trigger warnings for the Poppy War, so I would definitely make sure you look them up before you pick it up if you do. But it was fantastic fantasy, following the story of Rin, who is from a very kind of like poor, like working class background, who finds herself studying amongst some of the country's wealthiest students. And there's a lot of hierarchies based upon kind of like income, based upon skin colour and stuff that Rin has to overcome. And there's a lot of like very nuanced kind of political intrigue and stuff kind of woven into the storyline as well. It's very, very good. I don't want to give any of it away really, because I actually just tried to give a summary and I think I gave about 6 spoilers, so now I'm trying to be super vague. But it was really, really good. It was definitely one of the better books I read last year. I found it captivated me from the beginning. I loved it, and I loved the academy setting. I feel like I naturally gravitate to fantasy series that have an element of like a school or academy or learning of some description in them, and I don't know if that's because I'm still like a massive Harry Potter fan, even though obviously J.K. Rowling is reprehensible and we don't talk about her, but I do really like Harry Potter still. I hate myself for saying it, and I think maybe like it's just a little throwback to kind of like when I first discovered kind of fantasy books, because I guess Harry Potter is very like low-key fantasy for younger children. I don't know. That became a whole rant about something that I wasn't even expecting to talk about. Wow. But yeah, like I really, really love the Poppy War. It has 1,000,001 trigger warnings for it, so definitely make sure you look those up before you try it. But I would definitely recommend trying it. I know it's got a lot of its plot is based upon like ancient Chinese history as well, which I think was fascinating. I did actually look up a few things after I read the Poppy War to try and help me like understand what the author was trying to convey better, and yeah, it was brilliant. It was really, really, really good. I really enjoyed it. I actually lent it out to my best friend, and I've not obviously had it back yet because lockdown, but I'm pretty sure she's enjoyed it too. And I'm very, very excited to read The Dragon Republic, because the Poppy War does leave us on one hell of a cliffhanger. And yeah, I think things are only going to get more intense with this one. And I believe everyone who says they read the last one, I can't remember what the last one's called. Dragon Age? No, this one's Dragon Republic. I don't know what the last one's called, but everyone who's read the last one says it kind of emotionally destroys them. So like, I'm ready, but I'm also not ready, basically. Again, terrible descriptions of a book. I'm really, really sorry. I'm very out of practice doing this. Very out of practice. The last book I want to talk to you guys about, I actually spoke about in my February TBR, so I will keep it brief, but it is American Dirt by Janine Cummins. And like I said in my February TBR, this basically follows the story of a mum and her son who are fleeing the Mexican cartels and trying to gain refuge in America. And that is as nuanced and as vague as I think I can do it. But yeah, this has had some rave reviews, and I think it's supposed to be quite like a heart-wrenching story. I'm very, very excited to delve into it. Everyone knows my obsession with America, so kind of any book that involves America, getting to America, being in America, I'm pretty much gonna love anyway. But yeah, I feel like this is supposed to be like a very intense, gripping page turner, and I'm very excited to get into it again. Terrible description for books. Wow, I'm really sorry. I feel like when I've read these as well, I'll obviously be able to give you guys a much better synopsis when it comes to doing like wrap-up videos and stuff. I do feel bad when it comes to like my TBRs and my hauls and stuff, that I tend to be like, I don't know much about this book. But the thing is, I do tend to buy books mostly based on recommendations rather than kind of necessarily looking at the plot. So yeah. But anyway, I hope you guys liked that video. If you did, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye, guys.